point till we get our heads together, man.
Here, let me
stop that until we get our heads together.
Here, let me ask you this. Let me ask
Here's some stuff that I've written down that I want to forward to you, then we can reflect it back.
Okay, sure.
You dig what I'm saying?
Sure.
Crime factories are buying and selling crime.
What is a crime factory?
A crime factory is this fucking thing. Here, this is a crime. This is where we create our crime. This is a crime factory for jobs and profit. We could stop the crime.
How?
By stop buying and selling it. If as long as we're selling it, it's going to be there.
What about, let me ask you this question. How do you stay in touch with the world outside the prison to know this?
I'm thinking the world outside the prison. The judge represents me. I stand in the courtroom. The judge represents me. The lawyer represents me. The attorney general represents me. They represent me. The whole thing represents me.
Why are there 20,000 murders a year now?
Because you're selling it. You're buying it and selling it.
Be a little more specific.
Well, when you take it, you put up an image, you put this image up, and you say, here, kids, don't be like that. Don't take them red pills, kids. They didn't know there was red pills until you said, no, you can say no. You can say no. You can't say no. I didn't know I could say yes. In other words, you're projecting the thought.
That's not a bad point.
You're projecting the thought. When the DA jumps up and says, hey, this guy did so-and-so and so forth, and he's booby-bob, and that's what that makes me into. That's not what I am, man. That's not me. That's what these fucking ignorant assholes need me to be. He needs me to be violent because he needs his ass kicked. He's begging somebody to kill him, so he needs me to be a killer because he wants to die and go to heaven and be with Jesus. It's got nothing to do with me. I don't respond to it. I just shine it on, put it on another world, man. It doesn't exist. In the planet I live on.
What planet is that?
The one that I live on.
Do you think that this world, San Quentin, has any relation to the world outside?
This world, San Quentin, is where all the children of God are. This is where you keep all your children that you don't want. The ones that you get to carry the heavy load.
You know where you're going to? We have thing going on with that.
I just talk natural on the loud anyway, man.
Just me and
I
you.
told you,
Just
see, nothing I do is right, man.
It's all right.
Unless I stay in a cell. They crowd me and I got this little space. My life is bigger than this little space. I live in the desert. I live in the mountains, man. I'm big. My mind is big. But everybody's trying to crowd me down and push me down and make me into all these little things that they need me to be, and that's not me at all, man. That's not me. I killed nobody. I broke no law.
You broke no law?
I broke no law. I didn't even get to put on a defense, man.
But Charlie, you were in prison half your life.
So what?
Why?
I didn't have no parents. Well, you don't have any parents, you got nobody, there's no place I'm going to take you off the street and throw you somewhere. I've been in here since I was 9 years old.
I know.
Yeah, because I didn't have any parents.
But then why did you start taking other people's property? Why did you start messing with other people's space?
I reflect the will of God, son. You can have anything I got.
What God is that, Charlie?
Yeah, the will of God. Whatever you want to call it, that up and down, down. You call it Jesus, call it Muhammad, call it boogie box, call it nuclear mine, call it blow the world up, call it your heart, call it whatever you want to call it. It's still music to me. It's there. It's the will of life.
Why are 20,000 Americans being killed every year, Charlie?
Because the district attorneys are selling your blood, man.
I don't understand that.
The way you go to court, they need a conviction. They need criminals, man. They need people to lock up in cages. If they didn't have people to lock up in cages, man, they wouldn't be able to sell more fear to the public. And they sell more fear to the public, and all them old women, they love to buy that fear. They just lay back and watch that fear and read them detective magazines.
Well, what makes the knifer knife, the shooter shoot?
Society, the reflections of a child.
But what about the responsibility of the person who's doing it?
What person is doing it?
Susan Atkins?
Susan Atkins is only doing what the society raised her up to do.
Wasn't she only doing what you raised her up to do?
No, come on. You set a baby in the cradle and you go, black and white, kids, black and black, little fan and man and black. He's just no more, he's no more younger or older than I am. He's just a baby in the cradle. You tell him, baby, won't you light my fire? Baby, won't you light my fire? And then the kid grows up, and what's he start doing? He starts lighting fire. You say, no good kid, firebug. You throw him in reform school. And then you come up and tell him, go out there doing them burglaries. You're no good. Get up against that wall and shine a light, scare him up, held him up against the wall, and they shake him down and say, we know you're out here doing these burglaries. And then these guys are practicing all this Macho John Wayne trip, you dig? And then the kid goes, woo, and he runs off and does whatever they're programming him to do. See, there's a reverse side of everything, too. There's a positive and a negative. You come over like, I was listening to that.
Is there any positive side to Charlie Manson?
Positive what? Oh, come on, man. You didn't complete the other thought. Positive to Charlie Manson. I'm both, negative and positive.
Are you good and evil?
I'm everything.
You're evil?
I'm everything, man.
Tell me about the evil.
I'm as whatever I have to be to survive.
Would you do anything to survive?
Well, what? I'm a human being.
Do all human beings do anything to survive?
Survival takes precedent over programming. You get to the point of survival and your programming goes, and it's gone.
How's your programming, Charlie?
I get nothing in my head. I quit thinking in 1952.
What'd you put that on your forehead? That's what's there.
Because we're all locked in Second World War. And I can't get free until we unlock the Second World War. I've been in jail since 1943.
What year were you born?
34.
9 years old?
Yeah.
What was the first bus for?
The first place?
The first bus.
My mother got out of jail. My mother got out of the joint and put me in with the monks. In with the Catholic monks, the brother monks. They're in Terre Haute, Indiana.
Yeah? They treat you bad?
No, they treated me like they treat all the other kids. But I seen them as a bunch of old women. So I ran off from there. I escaped out of the hood. Got out of that hood and went on. Went to Chicago. Got in the juvenile hall. Look here.
Tell me.
What?
Tell me, what do you want?
There's some other things I wanted to relate to you, man. But
Can I ask you some questions about your life, and then you can tell me anything you want to?
my life is not important, man.
I want to know about your life here.
My life here is just sitting in a cell.
How you treated here?
I'm treated here differently on different levels. The first level is pretty good. The younger men they got a lot of respect. The fat ones and the ones that hide around the corner, they're sloppy and they lie and they're incompetent. But there's a lot of good ones. It's like any other place, man. There's good and there's bad.
You seem to abuse the correction officers, though.
I do. I get off on them something terrible, and they get off on me something terrible. I've had my teeth knocked out.
But don't you make your life miserable by being that humble?
Man, I don't know what misery is. What the hell ever misery? That's weakness. I ain't got no misery in me.
Got any friends
live in
here?
paradise, man.
Got any friends?
Everybody's my friend. I got no enemies. I got no enemies that I know of.
Well, didn't
Not
someone try
alive,
to kill you
anyway.
a couple of years ago?
Huh?
What do you mean, not alive?
I don't think I've got any alive.
What happened
Not that I know of.
What happened to them?
I don't know whatever happens to them. They're not in harmony with themselves, man.
So they weren't in harmony with themselves?
I'm the man in the mirror, guy.
I know, man.
You know, if you like me, I like you. If you don't like me, I don't like you. You swing at me, I'll swing back. You dig? You cut at me, I'll cut you. You know, whatever you point to me, I'll give back to you.
But it's more than that, though, isn't it, Charlie?
Well, sure, I'm in harmony with God. That's just a word. We don't, we use the word God.
Or the devil.
Oh, the devil, yeah, you could use the word devil or demons or whatever you want to call it.
Mostly the devil in your world, eh, Charlie?
Well, okay, I'll play. There's no game I can't play. There's no game I haven't played.
You are the devil here.
Okay, I'll be the devil then.
You like that?
I don't like or dislike nothing. I see everything as it is. I like it when I come.
You do a lot of that
I
here?
get my nuts off, and then
do a lot of that
it's okay. You know. Other than that, I'm just here.
You got a lot of that going on? What's going on in your life here, Charlie?
What?
What's going on in your life here?
I told you.
Tell the people, what's your world like? Tell me what your day is like here.
I don't have a day. I just live in one day. I go out in the desert and I walk around. I got some power wagons out there.
You leave your body, you go walking?
Oh yeah. I'm cutting the water off for L.A.
Why are you doing that?
Because
you don't like L.A.
They've been lying. See, here's the thing, New York.
What's that?
It's all right. I can understand the game. And I can't blame you for doing what I would do, and I'm most done, I've done just about everything.
I heard that.
So I got no judgments. You dig what I'm saying? But when you get to stepping over on my toes and breaking my legs, you dig what I'm saying? I say, okay, you broke a couple of my legs.
You like this street talk, Charlie. I know that. You like this street stuff.
I am the street.
When's the last time you talked to a street guy?
I am the street, man.
No,
Can't you understand that?
I'm the street, Charlie.
I know, you are.
I'm the street.
I took you 3 times before we went through the thing, man.
You can't say, what was that after you
As soon as they took the handcuffs off, I had everybody in here.
With what?
Implied agreement.
Charlie.
Maybe the master in
Charlie,
Japan,
you tell me.
Maybe the
Help me understand something.
Maybe the
Help me
master.
understand something, Charlie. Why do people murder? Why did those girls murder for you? Why did Tex
They didn't murder for me.
You told them to.
No. Come back, DA. Come back. That's not reality.
What is?
No, reality is they did what they did. They're responsible for their own actions. I'm responsible for my actions.
Ever kill anybody?
I've come off with clothes a few times.
Come on, didn't you, Charlie?
What do you mean, come on, didn't you, man? I ain't lying to you. If you think I'm lying to you, you're wasting my time and your time.
Okay, let's not lie. Let's be
There's
clear.
no reason
Let's
to.
be straight.
There's no reason to.
What are you guilty of then?
I'm guilty of, what am I guilty of? I'm guilty of thinking that I had rights in a courtroom. That's what I'm guilty of thinking. When my fathers died in all them other wars, I thought, man, I just stand in the courtroom and tell the judge it'd be all over 15, 20 minutes. I'm busy, I got some appointments. And it started making money. And when it started making money, whoa, money takes precedence. They're going to put me down on the ground for the money. As long as they make the money, they don't care who did it. Who did it's not important. And if I had done it, it'd be worse than if I hadn't. Consider.
I don't understand.
Yeah, well, consider. I tell you like this. Yeah, I chopped up 9 hogs, and I'm going to chop up some more, you motherfuckers. I'm going to kill you as many as I can. I'm going to pile you up to the sky. I figured about 50 million. If I could get about 50 million of you, I might be able to save my trees and my air and my water and my wildlife.
You want to kill 50 million people?
Well, that's just a drop in the bucket to what's really coming. Yeah, that's just a drop in the bucket to what's really coming.
Charlie, how do you feel about the fact that everybody else... Oh, wait. Yeah, reload. You're doing great.
Now, you fixing to shoot me with that thing?
No way, he's got his own
You in a conspiracy with that? You know what he's got in that camera?
But you know something? That's a great novel.
Yeah.
They always said that a news crew would make a great hit
If
team.
you take it, you know you won't live to get out of here with it.
Yeah, walk around.
If we can walk around,
Anything you want.
make a... I know you want this to be a success.
Yeah. What do you got there?
Real issues, what we were taught as opposed to people forget the difference between war.
Tell me about the 50 million hogs again, Charlie. You want to kill 50 million people to save the trees?
Come on. You see what I'm saying? All you're doing is you're looking for blood, you're looking for fear, you're looking to sell death, you're looking to sell,
But you seem to have a peculiar fascination with it.
No. Here's
That seems to be follow you wherever
Let me
you go.
give you this line. I'll give you the line of that. I'll give you the line in that thought right now. Since the Europeans came to this country, they have cut all the trees, they have butchered all the lakes, they've destroyed all the creeks, everything's turned into cement, they're tearing all the rainforest down, there'll be no wildlife left on the planet Earth. So if I'm standing out in the middle of the desert and I get out of jail and I see the desert's dying, the bees are dying, the birds can't live, the trees are dying, the smog is killing everything, and I say, wow, where's my life on this planet? Can I survive on this planet Earth? That's what I'm working for. I'm working for my survival on that piece of dirt. It took me 20 years to get out of these damn penitentiaries, to get down on that ground. Now that I'm on that ground, I'm thinking about surviving on that ground. I don't care about your society. The public's a bunch of assholes.
What do
when
you
it
care
comes
about?
down to it, they're for sale.
What do you care about, Charlie?
I care about life.
But you care
All
about life,
life.
but you'll kill 50 million people.
Oh, no, I didn't say I would kill anything. I'm reaping the heads in thought. I'm Jesus Christ. Whether you want to accept it or not, I don't care. I got the thought. I'm reaping it in thought. In thought. It's a thought. You see what I'm saying? In other words, the whole world is in a thought. The Pope sits in a thought. The handball's in a thought. Everything is in a thought. And I am in the thought of peace on earth.
How do you feel about the fact that you're going to spend the rest of your life there?
The rest of my life where?
Right here.
You guys are, boy, you've been living 1,000 illusions, man. Rest of your life where?
In prison.
In prison. What prison? You got a prison in your mind? You see what I'm saying? You're in prison, son. You're the one that's in jail because you think there is such a thing as a prison. I'm sitting on a line. The guy comes up and draws a line and says, you're in prison. I said, oh, I'm in prison? He puts up a big gate and says, you can't get out. I said, oh, I can't get out? He says, yes. And then they dress up in uniforms and walk back and forth and have little passes and paperwork and things, and I look at them and they say, we're keeping you locked up. I said, oh, you are? I didn't have anything else to do anyway. The only thing you got me locked out from is my guitar. And whoever got my guitar, and whoever's taking my guitar, and whoever's keeping my guitar, I swear to God,
Yes.
there'll be nothing left over that. Because I've earned that guitar 2 times up over your head, Chop Chop. And if they don't let me have my rights...
What?
My rights, man.
What will you do?
What would I do? Put the Holy Spirit on them. In your case, it would be the unholy spirit. In other words, you think an unholy, but abaraxis.
No. You know what I think? I think that you are an evil person.
Right, I'm evil. I'm terrible.
You are, too.
Oh, yeah, I'm awful. I'm awful.
You're a murdering dog, Charlie.
Oh, I'm a terrible dog. I'm a fiend.
You're a mass murdering dog.
A mass murdering dog. And where did you get these ideas?
I guess the evidence.
But does it pay you to say that more? I mean, if I paid you to say the other way, would you walk backwards?
I don't walk backwards.
Well, then, you know, it's kind of silly.
I never
man.
walk backwards.
It's kind of silly. You read a newspaper and you look on TV and then you come and you see me and you want to call me what they told you. And you know that 99% of that newspaper is for money, not the truth. You know that. When they're selling on the UPI and they're making it all over the world, there's a lot of bucks passing hands LA Times. When the district attorney puts the newspaper man right in his office, and then the judge comes back and says, where'd you get your source of information? And he says, I won't tell, because he was getting it from the district attorney's office to start with. But they'll make it look like he was getting it from my side. Then they'll put the gag orders on me and say I'm incompetent. I knew what happened. I could have defended myself, and I could have walked out of the courtroom. But they didn't want to do that, because Nixon would have lost his thought.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think of the death penalty?
I don't think, really, that... I think that belongs to God.
Explain.
God gives life and God takes life.
But how come you didn't live your life with that commandment?
I did.
That's not what I heard.
Well, that's what you heard. It's a little different from what you heard and what is.
So you think the state should not have the right to an eye for an eye?
I didn't say that. There is a dispensation to the life and death.
Tell me.
But Governor Brown lost it. Not Governor Brown, but Governor Brown's daddy lost it. When he used the gas chamber for political purposes, and he gassed 2 or 3 people that never killed anyone, and he knew it. That's why he lost the dispensation of the gas chamber.
Do you feel fortunate that you survived because the law is declared
There was no
unconstitutional?
doubt in my mind I would survive. I'm in harmony with the truth. I didn't kill anyone. I didn't break the law. Not
maybe
law.
Maybe you didn't pull the trigger.
No.
In the Tate cases. Do you feel remorse for anything you've done?
What?
Do you feel remorse for
wait a
anything
minute. I'll
you've
give it to you. Let's look at it this way. A guy comes up to you and he's freaking out and he's going through changes and he says, I'm going crazy. I'm having it. I say, relax, man. Everything's all right. No, my mother, she's doing this. It's happening now. I say, everything's cool, baby. Be cool. Maintain. Sit down. Relax. Everything's all right. He said, it is? I said, sure, it's all right. Everything's perfect, man. Get in harmony with life and relax. He said, really? I said, yeah. He said, everything's beautiful, isn't it? I said, yes, it is. An hour later, he come back and he said, I killed him. I said, what the fuck you come and tell me for? He said, well, you said everything was okay. You said everything was perfect. You said I couldn't do any wrong. I said, what I meant was maintain, man. In other words, like, I can say something.
Are you telling me that they misunderstood you?
Oh, a lot of people misunderstood.
You're telling me that those women and Watson and the other people that were around you just didn't understand what you were telling them to do?
No. Here's the way that rolls. Here's the way that nickel rolls. It rolls like this. I play music.
Right.
If you had brought the guitar, I could have showed you what kind of music I play.
I heard you sing good. Maybe you'll sing for us.
So I get out of jail, and these kids come around me.
Yeah.
They say, you're God. You have the voice of God. And I say, there's a whole penitentiary of guys like me. You know, I'm nothing. I'm just a messenger. I'm a witness, that's all. I'm just a poop butt that dropped out of the penitentiary. And they seen something in me I didn't see in me.
What'd they say?
They seen a nice guy. And I'm not a nice guy.
I agree.
But they seen that. So I said, well, as long as they seen the nice guy, I'll reflect the nice guy. I'll be the nice guy to them. So I played as much nice guy as they could deal with. And I held the line of nice guy. And I looked out for everybody, and I gave them places to stay, and I kept all the other not-so-nice guys off of them.
I hear you, so.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because I like the kids, because I can identify with the kids, because they didn't have nobody like I didn't have nobody.
Right.
So I kind of identify with that balance, Dick. So they come by and we sing songs, and we were all singing together, and they say, wow, man, you got a different kind of voice. But you got to realize, being raised in jail is a different kind of song. There's a sound that goes on that tier. These cops can tell you, Joe, all right, Joe. Hey, what? Hey, white row, huh? Row, huh? In other words, you got a certain sound. Somebody else may have a sound like, is that right? That's where all your thoughts come from, right on. In other words, you see this coming up, this used to be, you got the clavo? You know, tell me, he might not. You know, in other words, that comes up to boom, boom, bang, jump, until it came up. Then we put this one up, then we put this one up. Then we, as a people down here, we have to hold our lives carrying the people up there, you dig? So we have to look out for all them guys doing to make sure their kids got shoes and how the money's flowing over there.
Bring it back to your disciples.
I ain't got no fucking disciples,
Bring
man.
it back to the kids that thought you were a nice guy.
They were marine biologists, chemistry majors, history. Even one of them was smarter than I was.
Bring it back to them. Bring it back to how in the universe, Charlie, did they misunderstand you to the extent that they would slaughter innocent people?
All right. There was no innocent people to start with. In other words...
Oh, I'd be interested to
Are you
hear that.
Italiano?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. Yeah. Well, I ran with you. I played a lot of drums with you.
Okay.
Do you know anything about the underworld?
I know a lot about the underworld.
You know something about the family?
I know a lot about the family.
Well, when you owe the family something, you generally pay it.
So?
There's a Holy Spirit that runs in that family.
So?
I pitched horseshoes with Frank Costello in 1952, Lewisburg, Pennsylvania.
Possible.
I run out of the barber chairs in Cleveland, Ohio. I played drums with Montagna in Santiago, you dig? I run with guys that were running from Castro and
Why do you say Sharon Tate wasn't an innocent person?
Wait a minute, wait,
No, wait, Charlie, I can't let you get away with that shit.
Terry Milcher was supposed to do some things with music he didn't do.
So?
Terry Milcher lived in that house.
So?
Nobody knew Sharon Tate lived in that house.
So killing Terry Melcher was okay?
No. He broke his word, man.
So you went looking for him?
I didn't go looking for anyone.
Sent the girl
No, see, there again, you don't understand it. Let me lace it up your head again, man. Hey, let me tell you something about a woman.
Tell me something.
The women I don't got to tell them what to do. If I got to tell them what to do, I'll set them up on the highway and get them away from me. I don't deal with women I got to tell them what to do. They know what to do. If they don't know what to do, they better stay away from me.
And in your case, they knew to kill.
They knew to take care of me.
They knew to kill
They
for
knew
you.
to look out for number one.
They knew to kill for you.
No, kill.
They knew to kill
See,
pregnant women.
You still, why don't you and the DA get in the bed together, man?
Because the whole country's the DA in your case, man.
Oh, no. He made $600-700 million on the idiocy of the public.
And you left a bloody trail around
No. You
and who else knows what else you did?
Whoa, I said, you haven't seen the bloody trail yet. You haven't seen the bloody trail yet.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's been worse than that. You think, the 9 was just the first little marbles in the bucket. There's a whole row of people out there that's been getting killed.
You going up to 50 million?
I don't know. That's up to the ghost.
People kill them for you?
I got no power over the ghost,
kill
man.
them for you,
Huh?
They still kill them for you?
I don't
You don't know?
killing for me.
Yeah.
Boy, you're the damnest guy in the world. Why can't you get in your head? Ain't nobody doing nothing for me.
That you're a Boy Scout?
Is anybody doing something for me?
Yeah.
Who's doing anything for me?
I don't know, you tell me.
But who's doing something for me?
Well, you say the
You
nine
doing
is the
something
first.
for me?
I'm talking to you.
Are you doing anything
I'm
for
giving
me?
you an outlet for your philosophical ideas.
Oh, I ain't got no philosophical outline.
Yeah.
And survival's all I know.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I hear you. You want to change tape?
I'd like to get a drink.
Can we get...
Here, wait.
Yeah, Charlie. Test. Say something, Charlie. 1, 2. Let me just talk to this mic.
You know how many books have been written? You know.
Does it work? Okay.
You know how many books have been written? How many books have been written in regards to
What you did?
yeah, and what I did. There you go again, what I did. If I did so much, why did the court run and wouldn't give me a trial? Why couldn't I put on a defense and call witnesses?
Because you were acting crazy.
I was acting crazy.
Are you
What is
crazy?
acting crazy, man?
Acting crazy is the way you were acting when you walked in this room.
Yeah, the nut wards of this
Oh, let's see in your reading glasses. Charlie Manson, and that's good. Very, very mortal there, Charlie.
The nut wards of this country's been running the world, man.
Yeah. You're a nut, Charlie? Is that why you do what you do?
I wasn't crazy.
You're criminally insane?
Yeah, I want world peace. Do you think I wasn't crazy? Anybody would want world peace.
Anybody that wants world peace by killing 50 million people
Come on,
well,
you got to make the sacrifice to do something with it. Somebody's got to go.
You should have met Hitler. You two would have gotten along great.
I am all that.
Well, you are that, right?
Sure.
You love Hitler.
No, I don't love him or hate him.
Hitler and you could, like fraternity brothers.
Hitler was trying to put order into the world.
Yeah, right. Hell of a way to do it. That's it.
So, see, that's another thing.
What?
If you're not willing to die for something, then you're not willing to kill for something. If a soldier puts his life on the line, he's willing to die for what he believes in, then that gives him the dispensation from God to take life for what he believes in.
You believe that?
I don't believe it. That's the way it is.
You believe that you are divinely inspired to take a life? I mean, I don't
see. You're playing implied. You're implying that now. You're implying that I'm thinking something like that. I'm not thinking anything like that. That's what you're thinking. I'm thinking, and that's in your head, not mine.
I want to know how you feel about the fact that you were the stuff of a nation's nightmare for years. You were the personification of everything evil, everything rotten in this country.
Yeah, you dumped it all off on me. I was your goat.
We believe in sin.
Jerry Rubin, A.B. Hoffman didn't do a day, but they were the ones that were saying, raise up and kill your mom and dad, kids.
They weren't saying that.
Don't tell me you didn't take an M16 in Chicago 7 and jump up and tell the kids to go kill their moms and dads.
He didn't say that.
Yes, he did. I read it in the paper.
Oh, you believe the paper?
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
If you want to read me in the paper, then I got to read you back in the paper, see?
Charlie.
You know, but same with A.B. Hoffman, same with all the guys. They never do it. Elridge Cleaver,
Charlie.
Huey Newton, they didn't do no time in jail. I got stuck with it.
You get stuck with it because you left a trail of dead bodies.
I didn't leave a trail of dead bodies,
Charlie,
man.
stop bullshitting me.
Okay.
Really?
Okay. You say.
I don't say.
I am what you think.
I know
and that is in your mind. That's not reality.
What is
That's only reality in your mind.
Reality is you're a prison trustee.
No.
Good guy.
Reality is...
Why did the prisoners try to kill you a couple years ago? Why did they try to kill you a couple years ago?
Reality is...
Why did they try to kill your ass a couple years ago?
That doesn't cut nothing.
Why
You're making an ass out of yourself just like Snyder did.
Don't tell me that.
Just like Tom Snyder did.
Tom Snyder.
You're going to end up in the street without a job.
I already been there.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Why did they try and kill you?
In other words, man...
Charlie, answer my question.
No one tried to kill me.
Didn't they spray you with lighter fluid?
They've been trying to kill me for 20 years. They haven't been able to do it yet. Would you like to try it?
Would I?
Yeah.
If it was my relatives you killed, I would.
Now.
What?
We'll say that I am all these things that you think I am.
Right.
Wouldn't that be more fearful than letting me try to be a nice guy? Would you want to make me into those things? Would you want me to... Do you need someone like that in your world? That's your judgment now. The judgment you're making on this mirror, man, you got to carry. You want to make me a terrible, violent, no good, so-and-so, and rule around? When actually, in reality, I'm a deadhead, man. I've been dead since 1951.
How'd you die?
I died in the penitentiary in solitary confinement. Didn't you understand I've been in jail since I was 9 years old? I got nothing in my mind. There's nothing in there. I just go, oh, yeah. Oh, you did that? Oh, well, is that right? You did that by yourself. I learned a long time ago, you can't never tell nobody nothing. And you can't judge nobody else. There's only one person you can judge. I judge me. You have to judge you. I've sat in that cell 18 years. If you sat in that cell 2 weeks, you'd be banging your head on the wall.
You're right.
Yeah. You know, so you come and live with yourself in a little old square box for 18 years with everybody getting down on you. And they haven't touched me, man, because I know what I did. I don't break laws. I make laws. I'm the lawmaker. I'm the one that laid the track down. They drive the train. I lay the track. I make the laws. If I take this chair and I knock that light down, I'll make a whole new procedure with it.
Yeah.
I make the laws from here. This is me. Nixon was only playing. That's me. Now, I admit I influenced everybody out there at that ranch.
Do you feel sad, Charlie?
Sad.
Do you feel sorrow for their relatives?
What you can't understand, Mr. G, is that I have been raised up in a different world than you've been raised up. I've been raised up in the penitentiary. There's no weakness in the penitentiary. There's no sorrow or remorse in the penitentiary. You come to the cell and you go in and you find Jesus, or you don't. You either find Jesus or you run with the devil.
Don't you think Jesus would be appalled that you were invoking his name?
I didn't invoke any name. They put that on me. The Spirit laid that over on my track. They said I was Krishna Vinta. Krishna Vinta died in Box Canyon in 1949, and they put that cult over on me. That was a cult that was in Box Canyon in 1949 when I was in reform school, 20 years before I even grew up. They put that guy on me and said that I called myself and I stood up on the cross and I did that. I didn't do all that. That wasn't me. I ran with a vato named Jesus. He spelled his name Jesus. He was Panamanian, you dig? We called him Zero. And they said that that was me because they hooked it on me and said, we're looking for Jesus. The cops made a joke about it. We're looking for Jesus. And they said, are you Jesus? I said, no, my name is Manson. They said, oh, that's what we thought. Manson, son of man, you're him. I said, him. And then they made a joke out of it, you know. Then when they booked me in for arson, for burning up them tractors out there and trying to put the water back on the ground, they come back on me like I had been calling myself Jesus or something, you know.
And that's where it comes from?
Yeah, that's how I got stuck with it.
What year is that?
1968, 69.
Oh, so it's pretty late in the game already.
No, not late in the game in the essence of looking in forever, because your courtrooms have convicted me for being Jesus Christ in one courtroom.
Well,
And then then in the other courtroom you convicted me for being the devil. Now if you believe in your own courtrooms, you convicted me for being the father of this country. You convicted me for being the motivating force behind your children, and some of them I only know.
God forbid.
Yeah, and I only knew Linda Kasabian. I've seen her 3 times in my life, maybe 2 minutes in my whole life I've seen the broad. She come up to the ranch for about a week, and she said, hey, my name is Linda. I said, oh, Linda. She said, can I stay here? I said, can you stay here? She said, I'd like to live at the ranch. I said, I'd like to live at the ranch. She said, well, can I stay here? I said, can I fuck you? She says, yeah. And I put my hand up her dress, and I said, yeah, okay, you can stay around. That's the biggest thought in my head, was getting at her body. I wasn't thinking about sending her down to be no troops about saving nothing or stopping nothing. Don't you remember the song I wrote about garbage dump?
Let's hear it.
Oh, garbage dump, my garbage dump. You could feed the world with my garbage dump. Garbage dump, my garbage dump. That sums it up in one big lump. Market basket, AMP. I don't care if the box boy stares at me. I don't even care who wins the war. I'll be in them cans behind my favorite store. Oh, garbage dump. I'm a hobo, man. I'm a hobo. I just fell out of the penitentiary. I hadn't been out of jail long enough to do anything. I had a motorcycle, a guitar, and a sleeping bag, and a bunch of broads following me around talking about I was Jesus. And when these people broke their words, they said to Manson, I'm talking about Melcher. When he broke his word, he didn't do what he said he was going to do. When Lino Badianca got stabbed all up and all that gold and all that stuff was laying all around, the little black phone book from New York hit list was gone. That came off the top of another penitentiary in Leavenworth, Kansas. That come off the top of that poker game over there in Nevada, over where the divorce courts are running down through Denver and all that. In other words, there's a lot more to this road than you see. See?
Well, you know, where I come from, the guys with guts, they do it themselves.
Come on, man. Why you feel the need to get down on me? Is that gonna make you look any bigger? What if I just jumped on you and beat the dog shit out of you? Would that make you feel any bigger?
You would have to have 3 friends your size to jump on me.
Yeah, you're a dreamer. Yeah, you're a dreamer.
Don't try it, Charlie.
Huh?
Don't try it.
But that doesn't prove anything, does it?
Well, I don't know.
Does it?
I don't know. It proves
You know.
not much.
Yeah.
Not much, I guess. No.
Well, neither did you prove the Second World War. I mean, you may have won the war, but you didn't prove that it was right or wrong. See? Right or wrong, history turns it. History wheels it.
I agree.
Now, if I was guilty of something, and after all the pressure they put on me, and they put that medication on me, and all the doctors, and drug me up and down the hallways, and done everything they could do to kill me, I've had this whole country down on me trying to murder me for all kinds of different, everything they don't understand, what they don't know, what they can't realize, every little insecurity they got, here they come, bringing it to me. Dig, and I got to carry it on my back. Do you think I would still be here if I was guilty of anything? And look
So I
me in the
think
eye.
you'd still be here.
Look me straight away in the eye. Do I look like I'm guilty about anything?
You look more guilty than anyone I ever looked in my
Really?
life.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
really.
boy, that mirror's going to be heavy for you to carry in.
Charlie, one of the things you should never do, let me give you a little media advice to say, look at me and ask if you're guilty.
See, we're talking personalities here.
But
See?
you are the guiltiest.
Yeah, we're talking personality.
Yeah.
You're going to say I'm guilty. You don't even know me.
Well, you're a convict.
You've never even walked
You're
with
a
me.
convict. You're a lifer. You should have been dead.
I should have
Most
been dead.
people say it's unfortunate
A
that you're not.
convict, and I should have been dead.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's 9 dead people out there.
There's a lot more than 9, son. A whole lot, and there's going to be a lot more.
You want to make your confession now?
Confession for what? What do you want me to confess
The
to?
others. A lot more
what?
than 9. How
Others
many
what?
more than 9 are there?
Well, I think Tank got his brains blown out for lying, didn't he? A couple snitches, they got found burnt to death over there in Sacramento in the trunk of that car. I think there's a whole row of people that's dead out there because they're out of balance. They're not in line.
Because they crossed Charlie Manson?
No. I don't pass out rules. I don't dispensate life and death. That's God's job.
You suggest it.
No, I don't suggest anything.
You say take care of business.
No, I live in the truth with mine. If somebody else comes up and lies on theirs and they're snitching to that cop and they're writing notes and they get busted and they get their throats cut, hey, what can I say? They say, you made it happen. I didn't make nothing happen, man. I can only be responsible for one human being. My own self. I'm responsible for this guy. And everybody in the so-called Manson family that you guys gave me after I got busted, which there was no such thing as a Manson family. It was a musical group called Family Jam.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, you got your right.
So everybody else in the
if you
Manson
want to
family
believe
what?
if you want to believe what Ed Saunders said in New York and wrote, never even met anybody, and he wrote on the note calling the lawyer down there. The lawyer was feeding him information out the underneath and breaking all the laws and sending him the transcript so he could write a book like he knew everything and everybody. You know,
What do
he
you think
didn't
of
know
Vincent
nothing.
Bugliosi?
Huh?
What do you think of Vincent Bugliosi?
Bugliosi's a machine. He's a well-programmed machine. And he made himself a big lot of money. You don't realize how much money he made. You'd be very jealous if you knew how rich that guy was.
What do you think of him in substance, though?
In substance, he's mother's perfect child.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he's done his lessons real good. He knows all the books real good. He's right down to the last little decimal. In order to talk to him, you would have to make it so. I couldn't talk to that dude because I'd have to make it so complicated.
What do you think of Sharon Tate's mom attending all of your parole hearings?
But
and
Sharon Tate's
vowing-
mom has never attended my parole hearings, and she knows I didn't have anything to do with killing her husband.
Is that right? That's not right, is it, Paul?
No, she goes to Tex.
Who's the one?
Tex took responsibility for that, man. And you read his book? He said he did that. He said he did it because he thought that's what I wanted him to do. I never told him to do anything. I told him, do what you know is right. Like I would tell any human being, do what you know is right. Do what you feel is right inside of you.
Okay, I'll be Tex, you be Charlie, okay? I want to go kill those people that live up on that hill.
No, it wasn't like that.
What is
He
what
said,
was it like?
he came to town. Here's a yokel coming in Hollywood. He got a pocket full of money and a pickup truck. He got in with them fast girls and they took everything he had. And he's running around with that pickup truck. I look over the edge of my game and I see that pickup truck. I want that pickup truck. He said, I want to join. Can I come and live up here with you people? And I said, can you come up here and live with us? And he said, yeah. I said, can I have your pickup truck? And he said, yeah. So he gave me the pickup truck. So I felt responsible for him. So I let him clean the barn out. I let him do little funky jobs around, see? He's in a matriarch. I'm in a patriarch. There's a difference. I'm walking on one road, he's walking on another, and he's looking, and he's seeing what I'm doing, and he's gaining strength inside of himself. He's resurrecting his own thoughts in his mind to be into a patriarch. Mm-hmm. So he comes up to me and says, well, this guy beat me for my money, what should I do? I said, whatever you feel is right. Should I go get it back? I said, if you're big enough, go get it back. If not, sit down and forget it. He said, what would you do? I said, what is it? He said, $5,000. I said, well, it might be big enough to go get it. If you're big enough to go get it. So he went down and beat some broad for the money. The broad had beat him for his money. He just got his faith back, went back and beat the broad for her money. Then he comes to me, he runs and hides. They call me and say, where's my money, son of a bitch? Woo-woo. I said, man, I got nothing. I go check that to my door, man. Go down there and face it. Oh, they'll kill me, they'll kill me. And he ran, left me to face his responsibilities. You dig? So I take a gun, I have to go down and I have to get nasty with people, dig? I have to put it in line. I have to say, look, man, I don't know nothing about no money. We'll burn that ranch down and kill everybody else. No, not my friends, you won't. You dig? I said, we went through a lot of changes, so I ended up shooting that dude, you dig?
You kill him?
No. I don't know much about guns. I'm serious. I'm not, I don't know anything about, I've been in jail all my life. I don't have guns. I fight with knives if I'm going to fight.
Okay.
Then when come back around, he owed me one. If I face death for you,
right.
You dig what I'm saying? You owe me that. You dig?
What happened?
So then Bobby had some hassle, and I got in an altercation with somebody else over him, and there was some other bikers, and then the cops were raiding us all the time. So you got to realize I live in a very violent world. The violence has always been around. I'm in the eye of that. Been in it all my life. So I keep it off of me with motions and force fields, dig? In other words, I don't really get involved in that because I don't lie. I pay my debts. If I have an argument with you, we're going to play some handball.
Charlie, so Tex, you did one for Tex? Tex had time for you to do what? Got to pay me back.
I got to pay the brother back.
Okay, so what did Tex do? What happened?
So Tex went to pay the brother back. When he went to pay the brother back to get Bobby back out of jail, you dig what I'm saying? They said, we'll go get a lawyer. And they said, get a fucking lawyer for what? All the lawyers do is lie and take the money, Lawyers are not doing anything but for themselves, you dig? So they said, well, we'll make the murders keep on looking like it was keep on keeping on. You dig what I'm saying? So it jumped off into who was doing wrong. Who had the little black phone book from New York City that wasn't paying their debts over in Brother Recording Company. When Brother Recording Company from the Beach Boys was taking music that was coming out of the penitentiary and singing, in my room, I'll put no good vibrations. And then you come up on a set and you say, where's my money? And they say, oh, you don't have any money coming. I said, what you mean I don't have any money coming? You'll pay me. Give me what I got coming. Don't give me no more than what I got coming, but pay me what I got due. And they won't give me my dues. I said, okay, you don't give me my dues. I'll call New York. I'll call New York. Because I'm ice pick in New York.
What did Tex do?
What did Tex do? Tex went crazy, man. He tried to stand up and walk where I was walking. He tried to be a man in a woman's body, and it didn't work too well. And he went out of his mind.
Tape.
See,
oh, sorry.
whatever gay is.
You want to walk around or you want to sit? Let me just check my questions. So who's your best friend in here?
My best friend?
You got any friends?
Well, I got a lot of them. My best friend's a convict. And a cop.
A cop convict?
Oh, the cops looking out for him. You gotta go. Never scare them about it, it's bitter.
What's that?
So they got a lot of good cops in here that look out for business and take care of the truthful. Yeah, the public really does like fear. You do most of your shows to old women, don't you?
You mean daytime show?
Yeah.
To women, mostly.
Yeah, I was checking you out. You're pretty good.
The nighttime show is mostly men.
See, you got to kowtow to all that.
I don't kowtow to nobody.
Well, you know what I'm saying. You got to play up under it.
Well,
You got
in
to
a
agree
sense,
with
in a sense.
whatever that mask puts out on your head.
I want to roll.
Yes, please.
Okay. Here you have a situation. Settle down, John, okay? Susan Atkins come home to you, bloody hands.
Yeah.
She says, Charlie, look what I did for you.
Yeah. I give you the world.
I
just killed myself and I give you the world.
So, how'd you react?
I say, you dumb fucking cunt, I already had the world. You just put me back in jail again. And that's what she did. She put me right back in jail.
How'd you react when you said that?
People don't hear each other. We talk to each other, but it's very seldom we ever communicate.
How'd you react?
How did she react? Susie followed me around, and she was always trouble. She would steal, she would lie, she'd do all kinds of crazy things. And the only thing I could do, see, you got to realize the woman's got the thing over the man. All she's got to do is call the police, and they'll lock me up for her. So all these cops work for the woman. It's like the guy coming, he says, I'm taking this broad here. He said, I'm the man. I told him, okay, be my guest. He said, I'm taking this broad. I said, okay. He said, come on. Susie jumped up and said, you put your hands on me, be the sorriest day you live. He turned back to me and he said, tell this broad to go with me. I said, I don't tell that broad nothing, man. He said, why? I said, if I tell her to go with you, she'll have to put me back in the penitentiary. I'm not going back to jail for you. If you can't get over on that broad, man, don't come and bring that old weak-ass shit to me. So he pulls his knife and wants to stab me. And I said, it's kind of silly, ain't it? You know, you can't get your balls out of that broad, so you're going to come get your nuts out of me. Man, let's go back to your mother and find out who took your balls. I didn't get your fucking nuts, man. And I'm hiding in behind his guitar, and he's stabbing at me, Dick. So every time he stabbed him, I cut him a little bit. And I said, man, you're only cutting yourself here, man. I got no bad going against you. What do you keep stabbing at me for, man? You trying to prove something to yourself? Go look in the mirror, man. What's it got to do with me? You want to be a whatever man is, you know what I'm saying? A man, I'm a lizard on a rock, man. I'm a coyote or a bug in the bushes, man. What I got to be, you know, I don't live in that world you live in. I wouldn't, you know, I don't have nothing to do with that world. I drove them Cadillacs through town, you dig? I had 9 pockets full of money, looking around thinking, wow, what's next, you know? That's a bigger jail than the one I'm in. You're in jail. You're in prison, man. These guys here are in prison. I'm not locked in dollar bills. I'm free, man. I'm free. And at night, when I sit in that cell, man, I'm gone. I'm up in them golden arches, and I'm flying, man. And I go anywhere and do anything I want.
But you're not in the general population?
Only because Raps Gap will make up a lot of... you know what he tells the public? All these young people come and say, we want to help Charlie. He'll say, well, you help the Department of Corrections. That'll help Charlie. I'm a whole institution by myself now.
Yeah, I know.
They won't let me go because they need me to hold their brains up.
I can't think of anybody in prison today that I would rather see in prison than you.
Yeah. That's what you would say to yourself?
I have no doubt that if you went back outside, you would do the same thing again. I think that you're a...
Back outside where?
I know.
Outside in your mind?
Outside the wall.
I wouldn't go outside in your mind.
But what would you do if you were outside? What would you do if you stepped outside of San Quentin today? What are you?
I am outside San Quentin today.
All right. Let me.
I got 2 feathers on the road already.
Bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
What if I said, Charlie, your physical being is free as of right now? You go outside the gate, your body. Where would you go? What would you do?
Go probably look for a place to sit down.
What would you do?
I give you anything I got for a little peace of mind.
You scare people, Charlie.
People are scared and they use me as an excuse. They're afraid of what they don't understand and what they don't know.
They're afraid of Susan Atkins' bloody hands.
Susan Atkins is working on her problems, man. She's got her world to deal with. Each one of those people that you call my family, they were geniuses. They all had college educations. Every one of them was very smart young people. They were a generation of the 60s. I wasn't a generation of the 60s. I'm a Bing Crosby fan, not a Beatle fan. You guys make me into be something I wasn't. I never had a beard or long hair in my life. I was a beatnik, not a hippie. I was playing bongos down in Venice Beach and smoking grass in 51, 52. I'm 55 years old, man, 53, 54, I'm up in the 50s. I'm not in, you know, I'm not a teeny bopper. Yeah. I'm not a teeny bopper guy. You know, it's like, I'm street. I'm all the way street. I live in jail. Like a lot of kids. They get busted when they're 8 and 10 years old because they don't have no parents. The jails are full of them. Are they full of them? They're full of kids that don't have no place else. That's Daddy right there.
Yep.
That's Daddy. That's the reason I cuss him out and call him all kinds of things, dude, because he lets me get away with it.
Oh, now that you're making up now? You're making up?
Man, hell no. We never make up. No way we ever make up.
Charlie, I gotta ask you. You're gonna die in prison.
Die in prison. Boy, oh boy.
You're gonna die
again. There you go. You got die in your mind. You got die in your
My
mind.
show's
I got no
about
die
murder.
in my mind.
My show's about murder.
Oh, your show's about murder. Okay. You take a figure and you put it up and you make it into BC. You put right, take right, put it right on the wrong side. And then everybody's following it right into the wrong. And all the kids are growing up following this right into the wrong. And the kids are going to get through. And you're either going to have to give me my rights in a courtroom or you're going to have no courtroom.
Why is...
You're going to have to give me my rights.
I heard that already. I heard that.
You know.
Murder.
Murder.
Why is it so common?
Because you're out of balance. Your social consciousness is out of balance.
Don't give me that line, please.
The premise of your reality sets in the judges' benches, man. The judges' benches represent crime. The police they do the will of the judge. The attorney general does the will of that. The governor does the will of that, all the way up through the Pentagon, all the way up to where the bombs drop off on the rice farmers. It all starts down here in the courtroom.
Is it easy to take a life?
I never took anybody's life.
Is it easy to stick a knife in somebody's body?
I generally don't stick people. I cut them a couple times first and make them show them that I can, but I've never really stuck anybody, not stuck my knife in them. I cut them a couple times, show them I could, and then tell them, you know, don't make me do this no more.
And you didn't feel pleased when Susan Atkins came home with the bloody hands?
I was not raised up with all those thoughts in my mind like you
weren't
have.
raised up at
Pleased. No, I wasn't. I raised
all. You were
myself
like
up.
a wolf boy.
That's right. I raised myself up. Sure. Sure. I got a different way of doing everything. I got my own way, you know. Does that make me bad?
Makes you violent and bad, yeah.
I'm only as violent as I have to be. If I don't have to be violent, I'm not. But I was raised up to where if you didn't fight, you got fucked. If you didn't fight, you got taken away and your stuff was taken away. And I got 40 years of fighting in here. I can't read and write, but I can fight. I fight very well. I play handball and I play music. And other than that, I'm not too much. I don't read too well. I don't write too well. And actually, see, I'm the king over where I live. I'm the king where I live. And when people come up to me and they ask me what to do, I say, you do what your love tells you to do. And then the DA said, well, Charlie was their love and he told them what to do. No, no. The infinite consciousness, the universal order that runs in everybody's minds. See, it's like you got a public, their minds are all going one way, their bodies are all going another. The money's going another way, and then the news media is going another way. You know, and reaping these thoughts is reaching out into those different chambers of thought and reaping in those heads and readjusting it in through the crosses, because the preachers represent the courtrooms too, and the priest represents the courtrooms. And when those kids picked up the cross, they picked up the cross for a reason. Each one of them had a reason for picking up that cross. One of them was trying to save Lake Mono from extinction. Some of them had something else going. Others was in ecology. A lot of the kids want to stop the war. All the peace movement of the 60s. I come out in 1967. It was already jumping, man.
Didn't take you long to get into it.
I wasn't into it yet. I was only out 2 years. A couple years.
Didn't take you long.
Now, how the hell am I going to control 35 women in 2 years?
Beats me, man.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? In other words, the guys you're trying to make me into is impossible. What you're doing is you're creating a legend, you're creating a beast, you're creating whatever you are judging yourselves with into the word Manson. And that's not me at all.
You're not a beast, Charlie. You are a beast.
See? I'm whatever you need me to be for you. And whatever you make me is what you'll carry the rest of your life and forever.
You named yourself, Charlie. That's right.
No. You don't even know what that means. It's my father's name, that's all. My father's died in the Second World War for my rights, and I didn't get him.
Hitler?
No.
You were Nazi, Charlie?
No, I can't even spell the word.
I bet you could.
Now you see what I'm saying?
Look.
Now see what I'm saying? When you think I lie, then that's because you got a lie in your heart. And then you come back and say you got heart, but you got no heart with lie. Your heart beats in the truth, man. You see what I'm saying? In other words, if you're lying, you're not lying to nobody but yourself. Nobody else cares. I was the only guy that cared. I was the one that picked the kids up out of the streets and give them a little place to stay. But I learned better than that.
You gave them a place to stay,
Sure.
and then you turned them loose.
No, I didn't turn them loose. I turned them loose. Yeah, in respect, you know.
And there's 9 bodies to show for it.
No, there's more than that. They become free in their minds. We started a rebirth movement.
Yeah, a re-death movement.
No, it was a rebirth in Jesus. Rebirth in Christ. It's a holy war is what it is, really.
Who are the sides?
Huh?
Who's fighting it?
Everybody's fighting it. In the spirit.
What side are you on, Charlie? You on the side of death?
On the side of what?
Death.
Death. I didn't know God had a side. I thought he was on all sides.
What do you want people to remember you as?
Will there be any people to remember?
Write me your epitaph.
See, all that is in your road. I don't even live in that dream. Dreams of living and dying they don't hold any substance.
So how do you feel about this interview? You feel good about it?
No, actually I don't. No, actually I don't. We could have done it a lot better. I appreciate your spirit in this, but in the same instance, well, I can't tell whether you're real or not. I don't know whether you're just play acting this for what. I'm real in what I'm saying.
I'm real.
Yeah, I'm not play acting.
Me either.
I'm not an entertainer. I don't entertain.
You can be entertaining, though.
I entertain myself, and if others are around, they may feel the energy of that and be entertained. But it's not my profession, and it's not my vocation. I don't have any vocation.
Do you have any final thoughts? Tell them about murder. Help them understand murder.
Murder, a lot of people, you got to realize, you know, you come up to someone, you say, okay, I love you as a brother. You dig what I'm saying? So the guy comes up and he says, will you help me? I said, sure, I'll help you. What do you want me to do? And the guy will show you with his actions that what he wants you to do is kill him. He said, I have these terrible headaches, and he said, my wife left me, and he says, I don't have any money, and they repossessed my car, and I'm going crazy, and there's a gun in the dresser drawer. Would you hand me those aspirins right by the gun? Don't shoot me, please, don't shoot me. And you look at him and you hold the gun in your hand and you say, what are you asking me to do? What are you projecting in my mind to do? There's people that want to die. I brought it up to the Medical Association not too long ago that we should have suicide parlors to where if someone wants to die, they should be allowed to die. If someone wants to use drugs, they should be allowed to use drugs. Who's someone else going to say you can't do what you want to do? In the land of the free and the home of the brave. I mean, if you're free, you can do what you want to do.
Except hurt somebody else.
Wait a minute, hurt somebody else has got nothing to do with it, man. If a guy's smoking grass, it's not hurting anybody else.
You went a lot further than that, Charlie.
Oh, no. See, you come on back on me, man. Won't you look at the issue? You can't put the issue off on Charlie and say it's all Charlie's fault.
And a show about murder, Charlie, is the issue.
Okay, I kill everybody since day one. I've murdered them all. I'm God and I've killed everybody. Now what? It doesn't improve your position any. I'm working for your position just as well as I'm working for mine. I got dealt the hand, hippie cult leader. What the hell is a hippie cult leader? Well, you want to be a hippie cult leader? Hippie cult leader, all right. Here's your family card. Oh, I'm the family, All right, I got family card, hippie cult leader. Mass murderer. Oh, mass murder. 9 dead bodies. Now I got this hand. Now, how would you play it? How would you play it? How would you play this hand here?
About the way the jury did?
What about NATO?
What has NATO got to do with it?
NATO's got a big thing to do with it. What about the MX missile?
The MX missile didn't kill Sharon Tate, a pregnant woman, by stabbing her in the belly.
Oh, well, what about Charles Older, my judge, who was a flying tiger in the Second World War, Reagan's appointee?
I think he did a good job.
I wonder who's got my horse now. Or where did the gun come from that killed that people? Did you know that was Ronnie Reagan's gun? You didn't even know that, did you?
No,
see what I'm saying? There's a lot of it that you don't understand.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, now see when I say it? You when I say it? Now you'll have to go research it. And when you research it and you'll find it, then your heart will go, and you'll say, boom, that guy had the heart. I only thought I did.
Have a good rest of your life, Charlie.
You didn't bring the guitar.
They wouldn't let us.
They wouldn't let you.
We brought it, but they wouldn't let us.
These locks work for you, man.
Yeah, well, I got rules. I understand the rules. Okay, I'm gonna walk Charlie out, so
No,
you
no,
guys...
wait a minute. Wait a minute. We ain't through here.
Okay.
I wanted to get some money donated to this Atwa.
Well,
And then I wanted to give you this here. I wish we could have talked about this.
let me take it back with me.
Yeah, I will. I wish we could have talked about this. Are you going to send me copies of those pictures, or you hate me so much that you won't make your word good?
No, my word's always good. I won't send you the joke shots, though.
Yeah, this interview was a piece of shit, man. We could have did a hell of a lot better, guys.
God damn, what are you talking about?
We could have.
You should be a media critic now, sir. Oh, let me put this in my pocket.
Media critic?
Yeah. You know a little about everything.
I already know everything. I don't know a little about everything. I know everything.
How's your health?
I live forever.
That's what I'm afraid of.
I see you got black boots.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. From here to Vietnam. Now we're running that ghost for a while and see if you got anybody in New York City. Hey. Damn, man.
I don't want to pick on you.
Still don't communicate. Hey, we talked about what I did. You want to talk about what I could do? I could do just about anything I want on my road. I could send for your head and put it in a box if I wanted. I wouldn't, but I could, just like you could too.
California, Charles Manson, here silent. We expect to have today's video later on this feed, 44 seconds.